I think the big positive probably, Eddie, is that's certainly the most solid you've looked, I think, away from home all season. It is the slight disappointment that maybe when you had opportunities that the final ball just wasn't there, or you gave it away quite a lot.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with probably 90% of that. 90% of it. I think we did look more solid today. That is our best defensive performance of the season, especially when you consider the opponent, because Everton are very difficult to play against. A lot of direct play. One mistake can be fatal against them, whether that's not dealing aerially with the threat or the second ball. Set plays again, defended really well. So I was really pleased with that aspect of our play. I thought we were much better with the ball today. It was a big step forward. It's the best we've been in sort of the first 2/3 of the pitch. Controlled the game, created the moments. Just the final ball was off. The final action was off. The individual actions were off in that attacking area. So that's the frustration. I mean, we had the defensive part there. We didn't have the attacking part.
And how's Anthony? Obviously, being desperate for score, obviously, and he won't miss a penalty. But how is he, and kind of how's he been, coming off and everything?
I think naturally he'd be disappointed, but I think much better performance from him here today than there was last year. So I think he dealt with the occasion really well. Thought tactically he gave them a problem. He played deep, technically very good. Link played really well. He did have his moments. He had his chance towards the end of the game as well. So I thought his overall performance was very good. As you say, anyone can miss a penalty. We absolutely support him. He's been incredible for us. So, but I thought today was a positive day for him.
And that said, though, it presumably will be a real boost, hopefully, to have Alexander and/or Callum back after the international break, because Anthony didn't really get to see last weekend. He's obviously done well in a lot of aspects today, but that he's all he got, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, you're always going to miss your strikers if they're not fit. Any team you take, any focal point number 9 out a team, you're going to miss them. And I think the two that we've been missing are our top players. They're both different, of course, but I think you could see those elements of our game just slightly missing. That spark was missing, and I think in part that's down to them. Anthony's done incredibly well. The group's done incredibly well to plough on without them. But we'll be delighted to get them back if we can, and there's no guarantee with that. We hope the next 2 weeks we can see both of them in training, and hopefully they'll be fit for Brighton.
Got Jordan and then Craig.
To play well away from home, how integral is Joelinton to that?
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, he brings that sort of standout quality, the ball winning aspect, the covering of ground. I thought he did all of those things today. But it wasn't just him. I think there was a really good feeling about our back four today. I thought they looked strong, solid aerially. I thought we did really well. Of course, your midfield play a huge part in protecting your back four, and in the main, very, very, very pleased. I think we minimised them to very few chances in the game. I think we have to take a lot of confidence from that. And we protected Nick. Nick had one big save to make, really.
You mentioned the midfielder. Is that the best balance you've probably seen this season from a three-man midfield?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that. I think it's the best balance we've seen from the team, as well as the midfield. Everyone contributed. I thought it was a mature performance, solid performance away from home. I think the only thing missing, if we win that game 2-0, I don't think anyone would begrudge us doing so. What was the goals?
Craig?
And it's a variation of the theme, but would you have won that game today with one of Callum or Alex in the team?
Very difficult for me to give absolute certainty and clarity to that. My belief, we'd have a much better chance with them available.
Just on Kieran Trippier, was there the hamstring injury there?
Yeah, I don't know. He said he felt something. Look, you're going on gestures and actions. Then he went down and said he felt his hamstring. I haven't spoke to him about it afterwards.
And just one other fitness. How close is Sven Botman now? I know he's posted a couple of encouraging images the last couple of days. Is he a lot closer than we first thought of that?
No, I don't think so. I think he's progressing as we expect. I don't think you can see him. We expect to see him any time this month. It will be small steps, but positive steps. He's in a good place. Hopefully we'll see him towards the end of the year. Can
you, just last one before the international break, can you give a quarter term report, an assessment on what you've seen at this point?
I think so far we've seen the groups together. The group's motivated to do well. We know we can play better. We know we can do more. And that's the challenge I'm going to set the players.
Go on, right, gentlemen.
Just on Anthony, I mean, we've seen players
disappear after the miss a penalty, but he did the exact opposite. He's probably the best outfield player.
Yeah, I thought he handled that disappointment really well, because I know from personal experience, not in terms of missing penalties, but making a mistake or a moment goes against you, and it can play on your mind because you know that's you're not going to be able to replay it, so it can affect you negatively. I don't think it did today. I think he really learnt from last season's game here, and of course his international experience and lots of other things that he's adding to his game to be able to deal with these situations. There's a lot of pressure on him in that moment. He's been an outstanding penalty taker. I see him work on it every day in training, so I've got no issues with him taking it or taking another one in the future. We really do back him, and I think he did really well today.
Not just that, but the team responded well from that moment. It being celebrated like a goal, wasn't it? Again, you could have disappeared a bit.
Yeah, absolutely, because I think it was almost like a goal for them. The crowd were into the game in that moment. Felt like it was an unjust decision. I don't think it was, but the crowd felt that way, and then of course the game can turn on those moments. I thought we did well to control our emotions, and even second half towards the end of the game, I thought we were pretty much in control all the way through.
Just finally, last time Newcastle play here, being a football man and appreciating the traditions, will you miss this place?
Probably not. Not from our games against them here. It's a difficult ground to come to. We've won here, we've lost here. What I will say, the Everton supporters create a great atmosphere for their team, so it is a difficult place to play. But looking forward to, if I'm still Newcastle manager, going next season.
So you fairly stole my thunder a bit there, Eddie. I was going to say, obviously your focus was very much on Newcastle winning today, but you've had highs and lows at Goodison Park. As a boy at Evertonian yourself, just what are your reflections on the venue, because it probably will be the last time?
Yeah, I think it's an iconic venue. I think it's one of these stadiums that if you haven't been to any football stadiums in England, you've got to come to. This is a sort of a traditional, older style stadium that I think has certainly over the years had magic moments for Everton that have contributed to their history. So certainly not, from my side, disrespecting that. I think it's an iconic ground. It will be missed in sort of English football. Just from my own personal experiences here, haven't been overall, I'd say, positive as a manager, and I always reflect back on the losses. So some painful memories.
I've just got Dom at the back to finish, please. A couple of penalty shots today. You obviously got one. Everton felt we should have had one. Just what was your view?
Yeah, I think our one was clear on the replay. I didn't see it live. I had no way of knowing, but I thought on the replay it was clear it was a penalty. I haven't seen Everton shout again. I thought Dan stood his ground, naturally outside our way.
Your 300th Premier League match today, 20th manager to reach that milestone. How proud are you of that, and perhaps frustrated not to capitalize it?
Yeah, I had no idea until I was told earlier. I don't keep count of games. For me, it's always about the team. Individual stuff's irrelevant, but I think the thing that struck me upon hearing it was the 20th manager to do that. And it just goes to show how quickly time goes, and we've all got to try and enjoy every moment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Same trip back to